Good afternoon. I am David Winkelman, and in the next 20 minutes on the 5-Minute Bark podcast, I'm going to deliver to you a grasp, a dial, a lever, a switch for your own empowerment, in which whatever your field, enterprise, the thing you want to accomplish is, you're going to be able to dial up your empowerment at any time. Well, my favorite story really, because it was so dramatic. I mean, the client was literally in tears, and that's why it was very moving and sticks with me to this day, is that I was given an opportunity to mediate or facilitate a labor dispute between two executives in two companies that worked together very, very closely. One was actually a client of the others, and this executive got herself in a real pickle. And the company she worked for was very angry, and they showed up to this meeting. I knew about it only one day ahead of time, so there was no time to prepare. And I had actually, to be honest, never done anything remotely like it before. But I had a lot of faith in these tools and techniques, so I was showing her a diagram and just explaining about communication. And she saw something in the diagram that started to make her cry. And I said, "Why are you crying?" She said, "Well, I see what my problem was." I mean, she just had like an immediate association with this little simple diagram. She says, "I see where I didn't take responsibility for what happened." And then, so that cleared the air with all the disputing parties, that she was willing to take responsibility for what happened. And that was before the meeting actually started. That was like we were filling time waiting for somebody else to come in who was important to the meeting. And then 5 minutes into the meeting, when that key person came back, I said, whatever her name was, Juliet, let's say, I said, "Why don't you go to the board and draw for us using a simple little stair-step diagram? Just take us through the process of what happened." And so she did that. She told her story, literally each step at a time. And by the time she got to like the 5th step, the guy who was representing the disputing side says to her, "Okay, I get it totally what happened. We'll handle it from here. Problem's gone. I see what happened." And just took responsibility on his side for the breakdown in communication. I mean, I'm tearing up just thinking about it, because it was like that. I guess the key thing, that if I could impart something to the listeners, it would be our sense of sight is directly, it infuses our feelings, it activates and it triggers feelings. This is what our neurology does for us. When we see something, if it's real, it causes us to panic or love or appreciate. I didn't make that up. The universe built that into us.